Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video. I've got the WR250R here behind me, fully loaded, ready to go on an epic adventure into the Victorian High Country. It's going to be 5 days. We're tackling some of the most technical tracks that the High Country has to offer. And I'll be joined by Josh JB and the Apprentice Adventurer. And I've also got a mate, Harrison, who has featured on the channel, who'll be coming along. He'll be on his 690, Josh and the Apprentice Adventurer on their trusty DRZ or DRZ 400s. But in this video, I just wanted to go over the setup for the camping and the tools and everything that I'm bringing. I'm not going to go into every little single individual item, but you'll get a general idea of on what I'm bringing. This is quite a technical trip, so I'm not bringing the whole kitchen sink, but we'll bring everything that's necessary and maybe a few creature comforts. All right, so we're gonna work front to back. So starting at the front, I've got the Fender Bag. In this, I don't have much. I just keep I gotta loosen this up actually, to be able to open it. So I keep tire irons. I'll just pull one out. These are the Motion Pro tire levers, tire irons, and they come with the attachment for removing the axle. So I bring two levers. And I've just got other tire things like a tire pressure gauge and a hand pump. The rest that's in here is just spare straps. So you never know what's gonna happen, whether you're gonna rip your straps or you need to tie something down. So I've got a bunch of extra spare straps in there. I also don't want too much weight in the front fender bag because I haven't reinforced this. There is a reinforcement that you can buy, but because I don't load it up with tools and everything, I don't find that it's necessary. All right, so moving further along, we've got the tank bag. In here, I like to keep just some of the electronics that I need handy. PLB, now that's actually gonna go in my jacket. I've just got it here for now. What else have I got in here? I have a spare lighter. I've got one in the cooking kit, but I like to bring a spare. And I've also just got some water purification tablets. Not 100% necessary in the High Country because you do have access to pretty clean water, but nice to have as a backup. I've got my other GoPro, which will be my more point and shoot, also good to have as a backup. And a power bank, spare GoPro batteries, and some wipes. I can use this, clean my face, clean the camera lens, the goggles, bring the wipes. There's other things that you can clean with that as well, or that you want to clean. You may have noticed that I'm using a small tank bag and I do have a larger one, both Nelson rigs. I find that this one here is a bit too big when doing the technical riding like we're gonna be doing. It just kind of gets in the way when you're trying to get up on the fuel tank, up on the pegs. So I've opted for the Enduro tank bag. This one I'll still use for big adventures. But yeah, for this one, going with the small Enduro one. All right, so moving to the back of the bike, I've got the Andy Straps panniers. And I'll talk about what's in there, but I'm not gonna kind of review any of the items. If you're interested in my opinion on them, just let me know in the comments. I can make videos on the separate items. I'm just gonna show in this what I'm actually bringing, but let's take a look. Nature Hike Cloud Up 2-person tent. $30 eBay Halinox knockoff chair. Cedar Summit Etherlite XT regular. That's a mattress, by the way. Sleeping bag liner. I use it not for warmth, but kind of keep the down sleeping bag clean. It does provide a little bit of warmth. And on the sleeping bag, I use the Cedar Summit Spark 3. Yeah, Spark 3? Doesn't mention it. I'm pretty sure it's Spark 3. But this is awesome. I said I wasn't gonna review anything, but bloody love this sleeping bag. More Cedar Summit. I've got their pillow, which locks into the mattress, which is awesome. And last but not least, it's actually for the tent. It's just the ground mat for the tent, which I like using because, if you're on a rocky surface, just protects the the bottom of the tent. That's it in there. Now just moving to the back of the pannier, in here, I am bringing my GoPro tripod. So set that up with the secondary camera, capture some cool videos. And I've also just got some rope. You never know when you're gonna need it. This has been used actually to recover a bike, so bringing that. So at the back of the bike, I've just got a Nelson Rig tail bag, and in this one is literally just food. So let me open this up. Take a sneak peek in here, but the lighting's crap in the garage, but pretty much a bunch of dehydrated meals, muesli bars, what is that, canned sardines, porridge, some beef jerky sticks and coffee. There's a few other things in there, but need a lot of food. We're going quite remote, like there's not that many shops out there or places that we're gonna be buying food, so I like to bring a lot of snacks so I don't go hungry. Last but not least is the other pannier. Now in this one, I like to keep, I offset the weight of the exhaust, so the exhaust is on this side, so this one's just a little bit heavier. I've got my clothes, it's just in a sleeping bag, compressed down. Electronics, chargers, so this is stuff that I don't need during the day, but when I get to the campsite, I can charge up all of my electronics. I've got, phones, cameras, headsets, all of that. My shoes, I'm gonna try these. These are just off Amazon. There's some rock water shoes, but they compress down to nothing and they've got a solid sole, so haven't used them before. I usually use Crocs, but these pack down a little bit better, so I thought I'd try something different. I'll let you know how they go. First aid kit. This is the Survival Plus, Survival Emergency Solutions. Never had to use it, but it's full of everything. Snake bite kit, saline solutions, bandages, gauze, everything you can think of. Bog roll and some more wipes. You can never get enough wipes, so super important. Won't catch me using leaves. Toiletries, AeroGuard. This is just, everyone brings this kind of stuff, so I'm not really gonna comment exactly on what's in there. Towel, another Cedar Summit one. Sponsor me, please. What else we got? We've got gas, cooking pot with utensils, cups and everything. And now we've got spare front tube with a rag. You never know when you need a rag. It's just covering it. Spare rear tube. I've got that in just some Ziploc just to stop friction rubbing. Don't think it really matters, but you know what? We've got it in there anyway. We'll put this down. Bag of spares, so levers, spark plugs, other miscellaneous tools, bolt kits, cable ties. Yeah, this is just my miscellaneous parts bag. It's actually a toiletries bag. No, it was a microfiber towel bag, but it's used to store all the spare parts. And the heaviest item is my tool belt, my Krieger tool belt. That probably feels like 6 kilos, I reckon. So that's quite heavy, super important. And that's packed as low as I can because of the weight. So that's pretty much everything. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully it was insightful. Looking forward to this trip. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do. You don't want to miss this one because it's going to be absolutely epic. I'm now going to rest up and be ready to tackle some of the toughest tracks that the Victorian High Country has to offer. I'll catch you guys in the next one.